So recently, an article that ticked off a lot of people, it's about the CEO of JP Morgan Chase's Asset and Wealth Management Division. It's Mary Callahan Erdoes, who says, new people that come to JP Morgan Chase, rather than working the traditional 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, and we know it takes 10,000 hours for you to master a trade, we believe you ought to work 6 days, 12-hour days, because instead of mastering your trade in 5 years, which is 10,000 hours, 2,000 hours per year, you'll be able to do it in half the time, which is 2.5 years. And a lot of people got upset. That's not healthy. Why are you making the new graduates work that way? It's not good. You shouldn't do that. And she says, no, this is kind of what it takes. If you want to condense, keyword, time frames to learn what somebody learns in 5 years, in 2.5 years. Some people use the word, chunking for this. There's a lot of different words that you can use for it. But the point is this a good model? I give you my opinion. For those who are extremely competitive in a very competitive marketplace, the journalists who want to get off at 3 o'clock and go have their drinks and watch 3 Netflix episodes at night, who think that's the way of living, want the folks at JP Morgan Chase to not work that hard, right? You shouldn't work that hard. It's not healthy for you. It's going to mess with you. This whole thing about hard work is not good for you. Says who? Says the person that wants to play it safe. Is that who the person is? Because if that's what you want to say, and I got another person here that's willing to bust their tail to have their dreams become a reality, let that person do what they're doing. Now, let me talk to you about some of the price you're going to have to pay. They interviewed Devin Booker, who's in the finals this last year, and they say, so Devin, what was it like as a kid? Did you go to parties? Did you do this? Did you do that? Devin's like, I don't even remember ever partying when I was growing up. He says, here's why. He says, I had practice in the morning before school started. I went to school. Right after school, I had double practice. And then I had another league I was a part of. By the time I came home and I did my homework, I had no energy to do nothing. I slept. He says, I was chasing a dream, a vision to be in the NBA one day. By the way, this story isn't just that story. They interviewed Bill Gates. Bill Gates says, 20 years, I never took a vacation. They interview Mark Zuckerberg from the movie Social Network. He says, did you watch The Social Network? He says, I did watch The Social Network. What'd you think about the movie? How accurate was it? You know what his comment was? He says, we certainly showed a lot more partying than we did. We didn't party that hard. It was hard work. How's he doing today? Maybe the most hated guy in America, but the guy is worth $100-some billion. You're gonna be pretty hated when you're worth $100 billion, no matter what you do, no how you make your money. I don't know a certain single person that's worth that kind of money that's loved by everybody. Moral of the story is this. A formula I followed years ago is proven for me. You may not like it if you're a journalist working for New York Times. This may upset you, but it works for those who want to accelerate their speed of learning, mastery, and competing with the big boys in the industry. It's essentially the great equalizer of going up against people that have a lot more experience than you do. You ready? It's very simple. You may miss it. It's simple. Number one, outwork, out-improve, out-strategize, and outlast. If you can outwork, out-improve, out-strategize, outlast, it's going to be very, very hard to compete against you.